And I believe in God. I work and I take care of my children. So this is entertainment for me. This is therapeutic. So when I get an opportunity just to do um, like a coaching segment, it's just fun. That's all. I still have a conversation with people. I'm still very respectful. I'm still respected. And all of this stuff happens, no matter what. So for any woman or any person that thinks it's childish or immature, I say, well, what about people who use drugs, alcohol, party, sex, things like that? Use that for therapy. Those are still things that are done, that are used as weapons. But nonetheless, I guess we're doing the best we can. So without any further ado, this is me doing play-by-play analyzing of a game that was played, and I really just want to focus this time on teaching. Now, I'm actually representing the Texas team playing against Tennessee on the road, a SEC game. I actually just transferred from the SEC and moved to the Big Ten, so we'll see how that happens. This is a few seasons ago for me, trying to remove space to delete stuff, so this is what I'm doing. Tennessee actually has these dark gray charcoal black uniforms with these helmets, and they look really cool, and the orange mixed in. And we have the all white, and we're going from right to left on your screen, and they kicked it off to us, and we return the football to the 20-yard line, where we'll start with a 2-by-2 look, and it's a single high safety. Here we go. We run a trap action. They feel, and we didn't gain but 1 yard. And when you play on the road, it's difficult because the crowd is making a lot of noise. And there's rumblings. You can see the pulse meter slightly to the top right of your screen. And this is a 2-by-2 look. This is a double tight look. We're going to run stretch in right to our right. But here it is. It's difficult for our freshman quarterback to make this call. He's running the clock down. And the reason he's running the clock down is because we're trying to absorb the time on this road to see if we can get a win, steal one, from a very tough Tennessee team. I see they're 4-3. We're ranked number 4 at 6-1. But that was a give to Gouveia, stretch to the right, where he gained 2 yards. So now it's 3rd and 6. We're trying to run an out route. The wide receiver was confused, but he still made the catch because you saw the question mark on the top of his, top of his helmet, which showed that he may not have actually got the signal. So Kikaka, our quarterback, threw the football anyway, and it happened to work out. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 32, and we're going to run inside power with I formation. There's a give to Gouveia. He hits a gap, is turned sideways, and there's a flag on the play. And here we go with playing on the road. So there's a holding penalty that brings us back to the 22-yard line. And now it's 1st and 20 instead of 1st and 2nd and possibly 5. So we're going to go fullback formation to I again. To give it to the fullback, he's up the gut. He's tackled after maybe gaining 3 of the yards back. 2nd and 17 from the 25. And it appears we are in trouble. I don't really have the capabilities of throwing passes. Look at this coverage here. This is their spread against the pass. and we're trying to run routes. We got the route in. Chris Jones, my lovely brother, God bless you, sir, in heaven, transcended. I changed Fred Gammon's name to Chris Jones as a compliment to Chris Jones and a shout out to Eric Metcalf, who I had an opportunity to talk to, who played for the Texas, played for the Cleveland Browns, and all of that stuff. And I was able to get his number and let Chris and Eric Metcalf have a small conversation as well, once upon a time in life. Thank you, God, for that. Now we're running trap action again. Here's Clark. He finds a hole, exploits it, and nearly reaches midfield where the beautiful T is at. So we got a first down and 10 with our out route to Chris Jones, and with Christian Clark running, we erased that 20-yard setback on 1st and 20 by 2 plays. So here we go, coming out of, we're running the clock, we're in a heavy formation, goal line, look, we're run fullback trap, and I do that a lot of times to try to see if we can get ahead of the sticks. I think somebody mentioned something about getting a profit is not a crime or something like that. But either way, we're trying to run an out route up top. And there's a question mark over top of his helmet, but he still makes the catch. This is is Hunter a sophomore or a freshman at this point? Well, Kihaka is a freshman, starting in the SEC game on the road. His career really didn't pan out as time went along. He is graduated now. And Chris Jones graduated. I have J.J. Goodwin was out here. He's graduated. So look at our tackle. Armand just slinging defenders. I know that could be holding, but it's the physicality of football. And we're absorbing a lot of the clock. We're down to around 10 minutes already on the clock, and we're driving. We're down to the 30 trips to our left. Kuhaga makes a long call. Clark to his right, safety valve. Chris Jones is confused. He can't hear because of the stadium pulse is through the roof. If you look at the pattern inside of the crowd, the orange mixed in with the white uniforms. Well, Chris got the call, got the signal, collected it, and does the LeBron James. Shout out to Akron. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to East Cleveland. That's where I'm from. Shout out to Cincinnati, Ohio. My kids, my family members, and loved ones. So now we're down to the 21-yard line, and it's 1st and 10, and we're going to go fullback again. They got 2 linebackers in here blitzing, but they're going to drop out. And I've learned that over time, threatening the blitz. Oh, now see, this is an issue. A fullback is now, the chance of an injury is increasing. Too many carries. We're only in the first quarter, and one of my bread and butter plays, the fullback trap, is now about to be in question or almost eliminated because my fullback is getting injured. So we 2-by-2 look. O'Malley is number 1, a big tight end to your right. A lot of times he's a target. He's bailed us out before a lot. Long count by Kihaga. The give is to Clark. He cuts and runs smack dead into the middle of a nose tackle. Number 91. Tennessee has always been notorious, if you follow sports or follow football closely, we're having a great defensive line. And this particular team is no different. Clark, that's one of our best plays. He dashed to his left, to his right, and ran smack into him. Now it's 3rd and 4. Kahaga is again trying to change the play. Let's see what we got. There's a crossing route underneath with tight end. We got him. Catch is made, and he sprinkles into the sunlight at the 8-yard line, 7-yard line marking. The safety who was backpedaling and came up and closed and wrapped his arms around his waistline and dragged down the tight end. That's Frederick Bryant, who was a sophomore We ended up recruiting some top-notch people as well, and it became difficult for Frederick Bryan to hit the field during his junior and senior year. So we have some love stories and we have some tragic stories as well. Not fatalities or nothing, but just some things that don't always pan out. That was stretched to the right by Gouveia. He bounced the football to the 4-yard line, so that was about a 3-yard gain. If my math is correct, 7 minus 3 is 4. It's to the 4-yard line. So a 2nd and goal. We're driving. And here they have this formation is tough. Now we have another fullback is in. Let's see what I do. Do I go ahead and run fullback trap despite having a new fullback and Alfaro's not in? Let's see what happens. We're running the clock. We give it to our fullback. He gets into the line of scrimmage. I'm glad he didn't fumble. That would have been detrimental down here at this point. But it's 3rd and 2. He advanced it 1 yard. Didn't fumble, so that's safe. We still have 3 points technically in our back pocket, and I like to line it up in the middle of the field to try to make the field goal kick even better if we don't get in. But this is our bread and butter play. 2 wide receivers, we're going to run trap action here. They close it in. So now it's 4th down. I'm probably going to kick a field goal. Taquan Franks, the linebacker, close. And I wanted to try to make sure that we try to secure. You can see that meter shaking like crazy. Like the stands and the bolts inside of the seats holding the stadium together are shaking loose with as loud as this crowd is. But we survived, and we got away with 3. Now, what I've known from playing against Tennessee on offense, they love to go vertical. They love to go vertical. I learned that the hard way. So this was a kickoff to them. Now, Tennessee is getting ready to come out on offense for the first time. They're starting on their own 16-yard line. We'll see what happens. Now I've learned from watching the screen, they're going to come out with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. And this is a 2-by-2. Well, it's a 3-by. It's a 3-by-1 look. The quarterback ran play action. It didn't work because Boykins, our outside linebacker, came off of the edge. He got there before Lewis was able to complete the play action look and raise up to throw a pass to beat us. Boykins is a senior. I miss a lot of senior play as we got younger coming in the next season, as we got further and further away from people that we knew on the covers of the game. It's 2nd and 15, running back off to the left. It's a 3-by-1 look with a tight end. He throws it to the running back, swings, he's out past the 20, pushed out of bounds by our middle linebacker, the 23-yard line, and they're running hurry up. We got a single high safety. They like what just happened. 3rd and 3. Inside give, the running back number 25 with his shoes taped. He looks sweet. He makes the first down. 1st and 10 from the 28. Tennessee is on the move. They run and hurry up. Whenever they have success, some teams do this, they just run hurry up. So now they run counter action the other direction. The running back had broke off to the left side, ran cross action, and he advanced the football for 6 yards. They're going quick. Now we got an inverted I right here. Excuse me. They throw him vertical. Here it goes. Got him. Incomplete pass. The pass was knocked away. Normally we're beat. I seen that big receiver striding, but this is great coverage. Good play by the DB. We need this on the road. We need this. 3rd and 4. This is a wildcat look. Slings it sideways. The running back catches it. Number 24 turns upfield, but he's 2 yards short. Tennessee has to punt. Tennessee has number 24 and number 25. They look similar. White towels in the back, spattered shoes with black cleats with white tape over them. Shout out to Chris Jones, Eric Metcalf, Maurice Goodwin, Dave Brown, Tuffy from Glenville, and Spank Moore from Shaw. And we got trips to the right. Those were Cleveland schools that I named, high schools. Trips to the right. Kihaga back to throw. He throws it out. It's complete to Hunter. Hunter, what, has 3 catches now? 3 or 4. And we're moving the football in the pack. These are 2 smaller receivers with, no offense against them, but Kevin Hunter and Chris Jones, my buddy, my brother, are smaller wide receivers. So this season we played with smaller guys until I made a switch to a tight end look. Excuse me. Tight ends on the outside. That was Gurvale running stretch to the left, 2 yards, and then 2nd and 8 from the 37. We have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, in the first quarter. Now, you seen Chris Jones had the question mark. He didn't get the call. Kihaga is yelling. The Paul Stadium pulse is up real high. I think he got it. He got that signal. I saw him tap his helmet. The throw is out there. Complete to Chris Jones. First down, and he's driven out of bounds deep into nearly the water cooler. Good catch by Chris Jones. That makes it a 1st and 10. These receivers came through. They're coming through and very helpful in what we do in our Texas ways. These guys are not gone to the National Football League or living, powerful lives. And we have to care about our student athletes well after they're playing, when you really care about the people. Try to be as positive as an example as I can be. That was a give to Clark for a 5-yard carry to his left. And so now we're moving. The ball is nearly at midfield. We're going to be sitting on top of the T. The orange T. Kihaga is still changing routes. There's an out route to Chris Jones again. He makes another catch. Kevin Hunter and Chris Jones both have roughly 5 catches apiece at this point. So that's 4 for Chris Jones. Don't pay attention to the name Frederick Gammon because I changed it in respect and honor to my heavenly brother, Chris Jones. So we got a tight end to our right. We got an I formation look. We're going to run inside power to Gouveia, the 255-pound tailback. I also see our other fullback, Alvaro, is back. That's a good sign. Our other fullback came in and got 1 carry down to the 2-yard line. Glad he didn't fumble. And we still have our 3 points that we're holding on to, largely because of that he contributed massively while Alfaro was out getting his shoes taped or dealing with an ankle or a leg injury, some sort. Something was bothering him, and it's good that he's back in. This was a hot day. I stood on the sideline. You can see the shadow on the field, the top of the stadium, and the sun is beaming across. We ran a stretch into the sun. We didn't quite make it because one of those defensive tackles reached Gouveia and clipped his heels before he could get his engine going. His check engine light came on 3 miles into his trip too, going to the left. But unfortunately for him, he didn't make it. Trips to the left. Kihaga is making some changes again. Let's see how he changes around. I'm thinking tight end to drag across. Let's see, here it comes. Tight end across, he got him. He's wide open. There's Frederick Bryant. Sounds like a famous name. Somebody from the 1800s, don't it? Frederick Bryant. Somebody who could have did something positive or negative depending on what side of the Confederate flag he was on. Kihaga is doing a good job. He's a freshman quarterback. And I actually went away from him during his sophomore And he actually plays early, and the job was taken away from him. I don't know what happened. I think I may have lost confidence in him somewhere. But as I double back looking at this film, he's doing pretty good. Gouveia got 7 carries for 27 yards. His longest run is 9. Gideon, number 25, the one that looks sweet for Tennessee, has 2 carries for 12 yards. 6 yards is his long. So a 2nd and 6. Time is ticking out for the first quarter. 15 seconds and counting. It's going to be close before the time expires and the play clock. Okay, the give is to counteraction and runs right then to that tackle again. That's the end of the first quarter, and we're up 3-0. I'm not sure how much footage I have. Do I stretch it to halftime? I think I probably do. I'm 21 minutes in on my footage. Sometimes it collapses somewhere around 30-something. So we'll enjoy it until then. So in 2nd, 3rd, and 4, we're going to run stretch. Right now, stretch to the right. And that's where we're going to go. Quijada didn't change it. Gouveia cut inside and is an inch short of the first down. Now he has 8 carries, 31 yards. And Gouveia is doing a lot of carrying for us along with Clark. But as time goes along with me, we develop more and more running backs to spread the wealth. Clark made the carry. He moved it to the 2-yard line. So he got the first. So we're 1st and goal from the 2. Because of how tough and stout the Tennessee defensive line is, I sometimes try to line this up inside of the hashes. Don't be surprised if I run this left to see if I can get in front of that goal post if we don't score. Okay, we change it to the left. Here goes Quijada. He got my signal. But Gouveia runs it up the gut, straight up the line, up the same hash, and he's tackled there at the 1-yard line. And as you can see at the top rushers this season, Christian Clark from here, Texas. Christian is a great word. I like the concept of a Christian. And so Christian Clark not only is leading in the world, but leading in this game and leading in my heart. So that's a spiritual moment right there. Now we got double tights. We're going to run stretch. Gouveia is going to pound this. I'm going to probably go, let's see if we go left. No, we ran right. And then Gouveia scores. So don't worry about the 3 points at this level, at this stage. Gouveia did. I was ready to start screaming and yelling because he stayed on the hash on the last carry. This time, he ran to the right as well. And Quijada, I was ready to scream and yell because I want to try to line it up to see if we can secure the field goal. But this is why sometimes you trust the players. They ran stretch to the right. They saw something live, and they went with it. And this is why I think we win as much as we do, because I trust players. But I do feel bad about the decision that I made for Quijada going forward. He looks really good in this game against Tennessee. Now, in fairness to him or to us, Tennessee is 4-3. They're struggling. So this is a 500 ball club that's not doing that well. They're not a top 10 team at this stage. So that has to be put into the equation. 24 spins off of the tackle and reaches the 18-yard line where Tennessee will start. So I'm more so now admiring the running backs for Tennessee. Here we go. We got number 25 is to the left. It's trips left with a tight end. The give is 25. He's up the gut. He has 10 yards, bounce backwards, hit by a nose tackle on the back of his jersey, and still gets a first down. 1st and 10. That was an excellent run. Almost into the sunshine, but he's still in the shade. Underneath that cascade of the sun. The stadium is blocking half the sun. What a cut, but didn't get him anywhere for Legend, our linebacker, number 1, came in and swept him up at the 29-yard line. So to give to him, this is a heavy run package that they're doing for number 25. He is going to to spew that football soon because we have some ferocious hitters on that other side of the line with those white uniforms on. Back to throw, he fires the out route. It's complete. A deep out, a corner route, and the wide receiver caught it inside of the sunshine into Texas territory to the 42. The quarterback keeps in a read option, and he advances it to the 40 for a 3-yard pickup. You're going to hurry up. 2 deep safeties, and they're deep. We got press coverage. Tight end stretches out. Running back crosses formation in a motion. A quick slant is thrown again, and Tennessee is on the move. They're down to the 27-yard line. That slant route covered about 15 yards before we was able to drag them down from behind. 11:50 left before halftime. Tennessee is on the move, down 10-0. Back to throw he has all day. The pass was too far, and he's tapping himself on the jersey number 4, pointing and saying, my fault, my bad. He missed him coming across the formation. I wouldn't be surprised if these receivers entering into that sunlight space, vision is off. So I can take something off the quarterback by saying it's very possible the receiver was blinded by the sun. They just ran a give to number 24. He ran straight up the right side into a clean space. Is down to the 10-yard line. Long count. Quarterback step to his left, to his right. There's a quarterback is hit to give to the running back anyway. He bounces to his left, couldn't find any space, and was tackled for a 1-yard loss. Back to the 12-yard line. A lot of shifting. Trips to the right, tight end in, running back shifts to the left. Single high safety. Running back runs motion across to the right. Throw over the slant, touchdown. This motion they gave us before, and when they run number 82, Vigil, he's ran a slant route where no safety was at. There was no help. Russell Vigil, the sophomore, man, he was gone. Our cornerback was still sitting back. Maybe I was in zone coverage. So he did what his responsibility was, and it was a bad call on my behalf. So they scored. And the pressure is now back on. It's 10-7, and we got ourselves a game again. Now Ken Quijada, the freshman, along with our receivers, Chris Jones, Kevin Hunter, Ken Wee, along with Gouveia, Christian Clark, our offensive line, our fullback, Alfaro. Can we move forward with 11 minutes left and counting? 11 minutes left. Can we drive the football again in a raucous crowd? Well, surprisingly, they're not that excited. But this is going to be inside power. Here it comes. The give to Gouveia, he runs smack dead into number 91. Hopper. Pierre Hopper, the senior. He's from Georgia. I'm in Georgia right now doing this play-by-play analyst. Shout out to Georgia. Shout out to Pierre Hopper. Must got away from the Georgia Bulldogs. They didn't like this young man. That's another story, another mystery, another controversy. Trips left. Quijada, long count. Changing plays, back to throw, settles. Quickly, the route didn't work out. He tries to run, and he's sacked. The receiver didn't get the call, and this is one of the things I was mentioning. Aiden Griffin on the tackle, the outside linebacker, caught up with Quijada as he tried to slide out of the pocket. It didn't work. The receiver didn't hear the call, didn't get the translation. Time was running out. Now the give is to Clark on our counter. He turns the corner. He's up the field to the 28-yard line. He almost got the first. It's 4th and 3, and I bring the punt team out. The crowd is raucous. The punter's foot is shaking. The kick is to the 30. He settles underneath it. 35. He's in the shadowy area and makes it to the 37. And marked him on the 38-yard line. So it's 10-7 with I just heard my laundry, I think, stop my wash. So this is going to stop soon. I'll go down and finally I'm at 30 minutes. This is good information so far. Okay, the pass is thrown. A humdinger of a hitch route brought back in. And now they're up at the 38-yard, the 42-yard line. He rose to his left, is hit and throws a sidearm pass. His ribs was exposed. Boykins, the senior, again hit him in the legs, cut his knees across, and his body bent sideways to his left, and the football landed in the turf. Hunter settles underneath the sun, makes the catch, and advances into the shaded area and gained about 8 yards. 1st and 10 for Texas from the 24-yard line, our own 24. This is I formation. Look, we're going to run power, inside power, to give us to Gouveia. He's up the gut, follows behind Cole, the center, number 78, who creates a space, and Gouveia hits it. 2nd and 2. We're trying to reestablish the run game now. It's only 10-7. We've been having success, but we're nowhere. They haven't played well, and it's only a 3-point game. Quijada is out here again, back trying to change plays. The throw is picked off. This is probably where I started to lose faith in Quijada here. He throws it, and now he's looking at me, and he's explaining what happened. But the receivers are not collecting the signals. So we called a pass play, which is my fault. And the receivers didn't get the signal. And by not getting the signal, that made it very difficult for him in the pocket to try to make a throw. And it didn't work out. But we were blessed to be able to make the tackle before he scored. So now we can see we can play defense and try to cover 20 yards of field. The pass was incomplete. The ball was thrown to the tight end. He leaped up in the air at the 2-yard line, was hit in the chest by the safety, and the football popped out for an incompletion. Wait a minute, they called it a catch. 1st and goal from the 2. I didn't challenge it either, did I? They're going quick. This is a wildcat look. 25 breaks to his left, breaks to the middle, cuts back outside, and he stopped. But he got to the 1-yard line where they marked him. So 2nd and goal, they called that a completion. That looked like an incompletion by that tight end along that sideline. Wow. 18-yard completion. Quarterback, long count, number 4. Quarterback keeps, and he walks in. Tennessee has the lead. He's looking to his crowd. Got his hand near his ear pad, outside of his helmet, looking to hear it from the crowd. Nasir Lewis. And we're down 14-10. Now I have to figure out what can we do. This was early in my coaching. Didn't completely know how to get out of the situation, but we're going to have to try to run the ball. Chris Jones cuts through a hole, advance. Oh, wow, that was beautiful. He got to the 29-yard line. He was running, looked like a guy was going to come right and tackle him. He weaved, made a little bit of a circle motion right around that guy, got up the left sideline before he was tackled at the 29. That was a great run by Chris Jones. Appreciate you. The out route to Chris Jones. Man, these receivers, Quijada, they're doing everything they can to try to keep us in the game. Trips to the right. Quijada still confident, changing the plays, the routes. He had a tight end throw, and the pass was incomplete. 3rd and 2. There was a outside linebacker sitting in the flats. He recognized the tight end, came into his zone. He squeezed him and popped him, and the football squirted out before it was a completion. 3rd and 2 to give this to Christian Clark, who straight arms Hopper and got the 1st down. This kid is strong. 9 carries, 41 yards. Christian Clark, number 6 on his jersey. Kehaga slowly walks up to the line of scrimmage. He's changing the routes again. This kid's got a lot of spunk. There's an out route to Kevin Hunter. He turns up and he's to the 41-yard line. 4 catches for Kevin Hunter. That's probably about 6 now for Chris Jones. We got Christian Clark. We got Gouveia. And Kehaga is out here along with our offensive line. We're doing everything we can on the road in this inclement environment. The pass is thrown to, that's another receiver that we have. So maybe, did I take Chris Jones out? Maybe he was out from being tired. But that was number 13, our lanky long receiver who made that catch. Kehaga changing the routes again, fires it across. The pass is incomplete. The tight end was hit by linebacker Edwin Spielman in his back. The football popped loose. And so now it's 3rd and 1. Affirmation to give is to Gouveia up the gut. A Hopper ran right past him. And he advanced the football for the first down. Hopper was a heat-seeking missile. He came across the formation. He arrived there just a little bit too late. As Gouveia, he must have underestimated his speed. He got the first. Pass thrown up the middle. The pass is caught. What a catch by Frederick Bryant in traffic. Kehaga fired this missile in between coverage. Frederick Bryant made the catch. 2-yard line, and he's tackled. 4. Affirmation. This is inside power. To give is to Gouveia. He has a walk it. Did you see the leg drive? He met a Tennessee defender at 2. Because he's 255 pounds, this is why I have a big back in here now. This was a real blessing. I haven't seen one since. 255 pounds, and he drove. He's a junior at this time. He drove the defender back into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a linebacker, number 47. Stuck him in his chest and laid his pads on that checkerboard in the end zone. And we got the lead back again. 17-14. 5 minutes and 56 seconds left before halftime. My time is still going with 37 minutes. I don't know how much room I'm going to have. Try to clear out space. Which for this YouTube, it doesn't always work. 24 for Tennessee up the gut. For the kickoff, he advances it to the 19-yard line where Tennessee will start there. His trips to the left, tight end. You can hear noise outside. Somebody may be cutting grass. They run stretch to the left. He turns the corner. He's to the 40. In straight arms, my safety, number 5. Lord have mercy. Put him on his back to their own 44-yard line. As the noise not only is inside of the stadium, but outside the window. Inside give. He hops over the top of a defender and lays his back on top of the tee on the 50-yard line. 2nd and 3. Hurry up. There's a fumble. The ball is picked back up by Tennessee, and they're still going to go hurry up. 3rd and 9. They lost all the yardage that they just gained. Maybe this is why they're 4 and 3 at this point. Mistakes. Swing it out to the tight wide receiver on the screen, bubble screen. He makes it to the 48-yard line. It's 4th and 1. They bring the punt team out. 5 minutes counted. 39 minutes in my recording. The ball is booted out of bounds. Kevin Hunter cannot return that one. All right, it's 1st and 10. We have a 3-point lead that we're holding on to. 5 minutes left, and I'm going to make changes. As you listen to the lawnmower. Usually I'm unhappy with something. I'm changing that's going to make Kevin Hunter my second string punt returner. I'm bringing Chris Jones in to be my primary punt return guy and kickoff guru because of the move that he made earlier. So we're trying to find advantages in our 6-1 season. There's a stretch give to Gouveia. He's up the gut. He doesn't have fine contact until he's 5 yards down the field. 15 carries, 55 yards, 2 touchdowns for the junior, the 255-pound Sergio Gouveia. That's a lot of fives with his jersey number 5. If you're a lottery player, you might want to use that number. This is a goal line formation with a boatload of heavy. Fullback trap. We give it to our fullback to the right this time. He straight arms the defender, and he didn't get anything. Well, he did get the 1 yard that I think we needed. First down. 1st and 10, I'm confused. When I own 29-yard line, 41 minutes in my recording, 4 minutes left in the game. So there's another number for you. Lottery 5 and 4 so far. 5 and 4. Trips left. Quiaga back to throw. There's a seam route was wide open to the left. This ball was tipped and intercepted. Second pick for Quiaga. The receiver to the left was wide open to tight end up the seam. We missed it. We missed the tight end up the seam. And we threw the ball to Chris Jones, which he's been trustworthy, so why not? Why not throw it to him? The safety came across. Rico Manning. He's a junior free safety number 1. He's also from Georgia. Shout out to Georgia. And Rico Manning. There's a stretch run given to the running back for Tennessee, number 24. He advances it for 4 yards from the own 47. 2nd and 6, 3 minutes and 40 seconds counting. 2-by-2 look, 2 deep safety. Inside give. The running back, oh man, he didn't find any space to his right, hopped back to his left, got hit and lost one of those yards that he had gained. 3rd and 5. Screen. He gets past the running back. He gets past the tight end, breaks through the cornerback's tackle and picks up a 1st down to the right side of the screen. They're in the shadows, except for the receiver to the left. Play action. Fake give, the RPO. Quarterback keeps it. Our safety, Noah Shields, is hurt. Came up to make the stop, and he's holding his hip. Maybe he has a flexor. I remember Noah Shields as a hitter, but he had problems with injuries. He was but he's battle tested. Very good player. Didn't really crack our starting lineup, but was very instrumental in our team, as you can see in that play. Saved the touchdown. 3rd and 2. They ran stretch to the right. Double tight look, trips to the left. Quarterback keep. He runs forward. He's short. 4th and 1. And I got to go and change the laundry. Field goal attempt. 47 yards is good. And the score now is what? $17-17. Wow. It's a war. It's a dogfight. And I'm nervous. I was nervous. See, Chris Jones turns the corner, gets past the 22-yard line. He's finding some space. Noah Shields, okay, he had a cramp. That was good. I substituted Miguel Ortiz in for him. Give him a little bit of time to rest, to get himself together. Maybe he can come back for the second half, which I probably don't even have footage of. Quiaga back to throw into traffic again. That was a dangerous throw. He fires it up a vertical route to Chris Jones, and there was 3 defenders in the area. Good thing they only tipped the ball with the back of his hand, the inside of his glove. He gives it to Gouveia up the gut. He breaks to his left. He gains 9 yards, so it's 31. I don't know for myself. I tend to, now I'm going to stop being greedy and trying to pass it and just run the football. Here goes Gouveia. First down. He breaks through tackles. He's up almost near midfield. The 2-minute warning. Gouveia, 2 successful runs. We got trips left. We're going to try to throw it again. I'm a glutton for punishment. Should be able to hit the tight end. Here, got him. That was open the last time and we missed it. I talked to Kiago on the sideline and said, hey, you got to look for the seam route for the tight end. Got a call from upstairs.